I like Letterkenny.
Nice one. You still suck. I don't care, so I'll see.
Right over there, Rob. Oh, that looks. Okay, because that looks like an extremely small PSP.
You might be right there.
That was just a clock so that you could watch it.
I thought he was gonna say
God
that.
damn it! We're past 7!
I thought he was gonna say that it was like a
Shut up, we'll close it out.
a Steam Deck, but I'm like,
Fuckers.
no, that shape looks like a very small PSP.
I want to
They're
get
all
my...
PSP glued to a cell phone.
I have anything to say about that.
When-
Wait for the show.
Okay.
When have some money going to be buying the second one of these for the wife?
All right.
Nice, that's good.
Because she wants it, and then I want to update mine to version 4.126 or whatever it is. Update that phone.
Has that got the auto update on it?
It has an update, but yet it doesn't really update anything. It does,
Pretty typical Chinese, version.
and so therefore I'm like, okay, I've looked at how you update firmware.
I still love mine. I switched it.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember I switched the firmware on a while back. I tend to do that.
I like it, but as I've found out, the firmware on this is like version 2 point
Oh,
something.
there's third-party firmware that's really good. I like I said, the one I run utterly not working.
Yeah,
But I like it.
the one that I was looking up is the Onion.
Yeah. Yep, Onion's what I'm doing.
And it was like, hey, the Onion 4 point something
It's fabulous.
is out here. I suggest all of you. I watched a video on a guy. I honestly thought it was going to be your video, but no, some other guy's video.
That was like 5 years
I
ago.
got another one.
Yeah, what?
Just was going, if you're not running the Onion on your video, what the fuck are you
And I already
doing?
had it for a couple years before.
It's not wrong.
Under my
It's good. It's good. That is what I run. So
No,
running on
Between Susanna and
the honest fun.
The only thing is, if I do it wrong, can I just, how do I get it back?
Yeah, that's
to-
the beauty of it. It doesn't.
22.
It
And they come out with a
recovers
new
easy.
one.
Okay.
That's the big advantage of that.
So
Like,
that's
we're packing one of these. Like
Okay.
that. There's not much you can do to it permanently because
Like,
it's only
how
stored
do
on
I
the
bring it
SD.
back? You're supposed to say, hey, otherwise, how do I
Like
bring it
waffle.
back to
Yeah.
the original setting? Is that
You gotta
That's
download
true.
the original.
Point well taken.
Chances are the onion one's gonna run better anyway.
so? Therefore, before I put the Onion on there, save
So
this
it's
one.
comprehended.
Save this one as the
Yeah,
download.
well,
I think they keep reference copies.
I already got the screen
Okay.
protector cables on it. Not, you know, these are bulky phones to start with, so you really need
I don't trust myself with big case.
a big case. No, I
Dog, shut the fuck up!
honestly, like I said, I've had this
Yeah.
5 years. And like, barely. Yeah. Like I said,
Ever since you do the last one.
right, which was like
Yeah.
the year before COVID.
And the one that we had a
it's
very
still-
sad incident with.
Oh, I didn't throw it in the lake.
Keeping out its
It
last.
may have been tough getting out of those kayaks. on
You had to
the
know because you put it in the back.
It was like
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That wasn't it.
You had,
That wasn't it.
I need to get myself.
but you had it in the bag.
Yeah, but it still sunk.
Yeah.
So it didn't
Well,
matter
I mean, it
what
doesn't
it is.
save it from sinking.
Yeah. If it was a floating bag, it probably would have been a little bit more useful. All right,
Say, all
let's go
right.
ahead and get this going. Put it in
Yeah, let's get this going. I want a beer.
Yeah,
All right. That's a bobber.
I should have put that in.
Might have stayed close to the surface.
Or slow it down when you grab it.
Yeah.
Speaking of punk,
Did that happen in slow motion?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't even see it?
oh no!
Didn't hear it while we were getting. Remember, we were trying to get up on the pier. It was really tough to climb up on the pier. If you remember. So, yeah, I didn't even
thought it wasn't on the pier.
No, we dropped it on the edge of the pier there.
Yeah.
When we were getting out that time.
I mean, that wasn't important.
Remember,
We dropped it
mine
before
was
you
to go
got
one
there,
thing.
Bob.
Yeah, we made it to the bottom.
We did get to the bar, so that was the only part that mattered.
All right, speaking of making it to the bar. Live from the 6th subfloor basement of the Guys, Games, and Beer Towers, it's the Guys, Games, and Beer Show!
Yeah!
There we go. That's how you do it.
That is how we do it.
Very exciting.
That was exciting tonight.
Yeah, energy.
What's a very loud crew today?
Yeah,
Very loud.
we are almost at full strength.
It's true.
And later on, we'll turn into a big fighting lion.
We'll turn it into something.
All the little robots get together and turn into one big fighting lion.
The Voltron of stupidity.
That's right, the Voltron of podcasts.
I call the head.
You know what? Just let me be a foot, okay?
You know, that's funny. I was thinking foot too. Yeah.
Larry,
Nothing
Larry,
ever happens to the foot.
which
That's right,
head are we
thank you.
talking
Thank
about?
you. Nothing ever happens to the foot.
Nobody
Chest-
goes, oh, foot
chest
shot.
and arm off. Right. Thank you, chest and
Oh,
head. You
that's-
beat the
that's
shit.
not
Nobody
true.
ever touches the
That's
feet.
not true. In Mech Force, we would always shoot at the legs and not throw it over. Because
The legs. The legs. On the
Damn
foot.
legs, nothing but a shell. Moving one hex every 4 hours.
Yeah, then they have to make a huge piloting roll to try to stand up.
God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Always,
47, it's a D20, what the hell?
always sweep the leg.
Damn it. Damn it.
Well, sometimes when we're not talking about dogs or lions, we like to talk about something
To be
else.
fair, we like to talk about
be
something.
To be fair!
To be
You wanna
fair.
talk about-
To be fair!
Ba-dum-bum.
Bum, bum, bum. Hey, so we were up in Quebec, in Montreal.
Quebec.
Quebec.
Always good fishing.
Quebec.
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 Good fishing there, huh?
Quebec, a lot of fishing.
A lot of good fish in there. A lot of good fish in there. So we what was that? Like 3 weeks ago now? 4 weeks ago? I think it's been almost 4
somewhere
weeks now.
around a lifetime ago.
It feels like a lifetime
Right?
ago because damn we've been busy. But so we were up there doing a cybersecurity show, NSEC. Again, big shout out to the NSEC people. What a great show you guys put on. Oh my effing god! So that was just no end of fun. And again, it's nice for us to be a little out of our normal environment instead of being at a gaming convention or arcade convention to be at a cybersecurity where we are the entertainment. I kind of like that. So, but Larry had to make sure we stopped someplace on the way back because we found out that some brewery in we'll have to somebody's got to look the information up on this.
There
A
you go.
brewery in Canada by Christ. Who's the brewer?
It's the official beer of Letterkenny, just so you know.
Yeah. So for those of you who are not familiar with Letterkenny, I'm sure you've heard us making Letterkenny jokes on the show. They always are talking about, hey,
Collaboration Brews, it looks like. That's the name of it.
collaboration brews.
Collaboration Brews out of Toronto, London.
All right. And not London, England. London.
We stayed in London?
No, we didn't stay in London.
Because we were outside of Toronto.
We were outside of Toronto.
You're just singing Lundy.
Yeah, but so they're always making a joke about grab me a puppers out of the fridge, and so somebody decided, well, we'll make a official beer to go with Letterkenny, and needless to say, we have to try it. Proud Golden Loyal. So it's a golden lager, which I'm okay with. Let's. I do love the fact
Apparently, if you don't
it
like
only
it,
came in bottles or tall boys. There was nothing in
Yeah.
between.
We got the people, persons, peasants, pheasants. We proudly present the perfect palate pleaser for pals, parched, proper puppers,
Okay.
people.
Before you sip it,
partake.
smell it, guys.
The pitter patter, partner.
Hey, it smells like
It
smells like Miller.
I don't have any.
Okay, maybe it's the top of my can.
Could be the top of your can.
No, it's a.
Mine smell like?
Yeah, I'm getting weird.
I get like a Miller
I'll
smell.
follow
I'm not
that.
kidding.
I'm getting
No.
a PBR smell.
I was gonna say original Leinenkugels.
Oh,
Oh, I could crush that.
Yeah, that is a fine golden
utterly
lager,
acceptable.
actually. I'm a bit.
Thank God they did a good beer for Letterkenny.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually really
Good.
concerned that the
Fun
beer would
color.
suck. It's a golden lager, man. It's
We did all look kind of worried.
I thought this was gonna be, like shit, and I was gonna be upset.
no, it's an easy, but that is an easy one to crush.
Yeah.
What's the ABV on this?
5.
Okay, so it's a drinkable. It's not that high. It's pretty much a standard lager. I have no objections. I mean, would I say there's anything special about it? Not really.
No, it just tastes like a. Well, I mean, it tastes like a standard American domestic.
A little sweet.
You know, and some are a little less, and some are a little more.
Right.
You know,
I like the
Pabst
carbonate.
versus,
I like
you
the
know.
carbonation level of this. It's not doesn't taste overly carbonated.
I'd agree with that.
It is carbonated though.
Oh yeah.
When you poured
sure.
it, it looked like it, but it kind of fizzling out a little bit.
Well, let's
I'm burping.
be aggressive about it. See what it does. See, that's not.
Yeah, that goes away. Yeah.
Put a little salt in it. Classic drink. Well, and so like it could this be your so in the show it's the group's everyday drinker.
It's their Pabst.
I was gonna say it
Yeah.
sounds like their PBR, which would
That's
be
fair enough.
And
Yeah.
you know what? I could see that.
Yep.
You could drink this.
Yep. But now the price they charge us for it, Larry.
No, it was
It was not cheap.
$450,000 a can. So that was.
But that's only USD. If you paid Canadian dollars,
We
it would
did
have been
pay.
like $5.
We did pay Canadian dollars, and it was still
And oddly enough, that transfer rate when you're buying a beer.
Yeah, I was a little taken
So-
aback. Clearly paid for the name.
You are
Yeah.
paying for the novelty of this beer.
They probably paid a lot for the licensing. I mean,
Well, I don't think. Well, we can go through the normal paces, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, again, does anybody? I mean,
I don't really have much to say because it's just, like you guys said, it's just a
the
typical domestic.
the best I can say is I put this a step above in casual drinking. I put this a step above PBR, right alongside with Cow for my taste.
really, you think? Okay, I would not put it a step above PBR.
really?
I think it's very different than PBR. This is
Oh,
more.
I don't think it's all that different.
It's
That's
sweeter.
why I'm.
So it's more like Miller.
It's more. Yeah, but yeah.
It smells like a Miller. It doesn't
because
taste like a
it's
Miller to me.
different. That's why I
It's got
put
a bit
it.
more bitterness than Miller does.
I mean, I get the PBR part of it, but it's definitely not PBR. I mean, I would
Oh
go
no,
like, oh, this
it's
is
not. That's why I would put
It's
it.
in the phylum, though.
A step above. It's not drastically different, but it's like here, and then we're just sitting right on top of it.
Yeah.
It's not like a big up, but it's there, and I'm like, if I had this or Cow, I'm still gonna be going Cow.
Ugh.
If you don't already know that about me, then what have you been listening to? But
Well, I mean,
No, I mean, okay.
what
Well,
everybody else has been listening
well
to.
let's
is
go ahead
everything
and,
else.
and go around then. Party cooler.
I'm not throwing it back.
All right, party cooler.
Definitely, this would be a good party cooler beer.
Yeah. Dallas. Yeah. All right.
Party cooler, yeah.
Yeah, I'm party cooler.
Yeah, I'm definitely party cooler. Rob.
Yeah, choice.
Yeah, you know something. This is an all day drinker, I think. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't want anything fancy out of the party cooler, you just want an effing beer.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
It is the perfect beer to grab out of the party cooler. All right. Now the big one, because it is an everyday drinker, pub.
Yes, but if I'm going there for like if this I would classify as a good axe throwing beer.
So you're going to the pub for another reason, and
Yes.
you need some beers while you're at the pub.
Yes.
all right.
I was like, just a casual pub. I'm going there for food or just drinks. Maybe just drinks, but if I'm going axe throwing, which I love to do. Yeah, this is a fantastic beer.
All right.
But,
No, not the way you described the prices.
yeah.
I mean, you have to take a loan out on the beer. It's
Yeah.
kinda different.
I don't calculate that into my theory, but
You-
if it's that way, then yes. No, I'm not doing that.
Let me
Let's assume Tom's paying.
no.
Beer.
No. For what it is, it was way overpriced. You're paying for the novelty of this beer.
Yeah.
Dallas, how about you? Pub?
Yes, if I was just going there to have a drink.
Just
I can't really. I mean, anything you can pair any for food. If you decide to have food with this, but there are times even if you go to a pub, even go to a party, even hang out with you guys, stuff like that, it's like, okay, there's a huge variety of beers like these.
Yeah.
Crazy shit on the cover, all sorts of components, millennial beers and all that. And then you have and then it's like, well, you have the beer of the working class Canadian. And it's like something that you can drink. No, it's not the fanciest thing in the world, but that's not really what you're looking for when you want a goddamn beer. And it's like, even sometimes it's like, what I look for, when I actually show up to these shows, and I look in the cooler, something like this.
Yeah.
Something that's a session, something I can easily drink and be like, yeah, I drink my beer, done. Bring another, bring not, or not, Otherwise, anything else, heavy, only want one.
Yeah, and again, not that the job of the night is not bad.
This is delicious.
Right.
However, it's like, compared to something like bubblegum fart machine, rainbow monkey parts, with flashlight lasers, it's like extreme hops. Extreme.
All right.
We put pumpkin
Do we have the poster
and
for that back there?
flowers,
Yeah.
and hops,
Yeah.
and hops,
Oh, I want
and
a poster for
pumpkin
that.
in it. And then you got beer.
Beer. Thank you. Yes, beer.
Okay.
All right, Ryan, how about you? Pub?
Oh, we're at the pub still.
You're still at the pub.
We've been at the pub for a while.
Yeah,
as usual.
he's almost finished his beer at the pub. You need to join in with him.
It's one of those that if you're just looking for something to drink quick and you're looking at the tappers, like, that one was good. I'll
Yeah.
just get that.
Larry, pub?
I kind of along there. This would be a safe bet. But usually at the pub, I usually am not planning on having as many,
Yeah.
and so I'm usually looking for a little more special, a little more offshoot. So I probably wouldn't. I'd probably look for something else that more like the Java Nut,
Right.
at the pub.
If I'm at the pub drinking, I agree with Larry. I don't look for something a little more special. Not that this is bad, but this is like if I'm at a
That I do
a show.
understand. I understand if you're going out. You
Oh
kinda
yeah,
want more
yeah.
than some
This is
average.
the-
Like I'm sitting there. I may be over for 3 hours. Just
Thank you. This is a beer that when I'm at a bar and they have a show, whatever the band. This is something I can
Right.
drink while the band is playing.
But if I'm at like Ivanhoe's,
Right. Thank you. If I'm at the
Which I
Toad or
personally
something
do.
like that.
Like even if I go to like a goth club or something like that, and it's like they have all these crazy beers. It's like
just wanna know
we have PBR tall boys. I'm like,
Yes.
oh, please.
Boy, are we ever going to bars less? Because it's like,
We do actually go to
I'm going to the bar. I want something special. Are you kidding? That's like how we used to drink. We used to drink out of the gutter sometimes. It's like literally, like somebody spilled their
Wait,
beer, would be licking the gutter.
What do you mean used to?
we've grown.
What do you mean used to?
Yeah, as opposed to going to somewhere that's very loud, very overcrowded, very impersonal, and you get to buy rainbow diarrhea monkey parts for quadruple the price you would at a store.
Well,
this is
yeah.
this is a bar
Ain't
drink.
that a great
If I'm going to a
description?
bar, I'm going to a bar that I can throw an axe at.
Okay, well,
That's exactly what I want.
right. All right, Rob. How about you? Pub?
Yeah, I mean, this is almost by definition pub beer. When you
Okay.
sit down and have a drink with your mates. I mean, again, I don't know what the cost is. I've been warned.
All right. It was $3.50 Canadian per can. So that comes out to about. For a plain old lager, that comes out to about $2.50 a can.
Oh, it's-
If I go to a show like a
Now,
soda
put it
bar,
in
you know, I'm
perspective.
paying-
A normal American domestic is about 50 cents a can.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, exactly. Thank you. And yeah.
let's give it some tall boy
not a
score,
spotted cow.
and
Spotted cow's
it's-
got
Yeah, but
to
this
be
ain't
honest.
spotted cow.
Oh, yeah.
Then again,
What
spotted cow's not spotted cow either. So it's overrated. It's an overrated beer.
It is. It is. And
It
like-
is.
It is.
As a proud drinker of Spotted Cow, it is an overrated beer, but yet it is a beer that I love.
I'm not knocking the beer itself. The beer is fine.
It's the Led Zeppelin
It's
of
smooth.
beers.
Thank you. It's the Led Zeppelin of beers.
You mean they show up in the 80s and redo their old songs?
Yeah, pretty much so.
And I
was
think
like,
the
dude,
novelty of
worse.
Spotted Cow for me is that it was the first beer that I drank that I didn't hate.
All right, well that's a good novelty. All right, well let's see what we think about this beer for real. All right, so in 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's a fine golden lager.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you freaking want.
Just does what it
Thank you.
It
Yes,
is
that's what I
as
said.
advertised.
It's as advertised. Yes, a proud golden loyal golden lager. Yeah,
I
it does
mean-
exactly what it said it did.
I gotta give it a little extra score for not like trying to be some frou-frou beer.
Which is
Yeah.
exactly
What-
what
Because
my
that
point.
a lot a lot of places do that with a beer that's
but that
full-
would have been
that's
so not
marketed.
what the
Right.
beer is in Letterkenny. So
Yeah, but I mean,
to their credit, they stuck to the
they
show.
got the
You know,
idea.
The only thing I thought is it might even be lighter.
Really?
Yeah. It's
In the
it's
show, you think?
puppers, right? It's small puppies,
Oh, it's
you know.
not like the doggo.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
there'd be
that
general
beer's on. It wants to give
Yeah.
you like 7% alcohol.
Yeah. So
All right, Judge Rob.
Sorry, if I want to drink something that
Hold on a
much, I'm
second.
just gonna go straight for a dragon.
Yeah, if you want to go for the extreme without,
Yeah.
fancy frou crap, yeah.
All right, I'm in charge of airing out the dogs. I find you guilty and sentence you to
Drinking! So, guys, if you
It's a good
do,
drink.
you can't. I have not seen this in the States yet, but if you are up in the Canadian wilds, look for some puppers. It's actually a really
we
solid.
did not get it in Quebec.
No, because
You
it's
get the
actually
feedback?
it's brewed in Toronto, and we actually picked it up around Toronto.
Nice.
So what province is that again? I forget.
I don't know either, actually.
Our Canadian geographic.
It sucks really bad.
We're Americans from the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So no, but
it's
if you're up there, and if they may start exporting.
Most of us
it here.
think Chicago's
The
the,
fact-
capital of Illinois.
The fact it's done by Collaboration Brewing, though, I doubt you're going to see it.
It says Labatt there.
Oh,
It's
Labatt?
somewhere behind the scenes of all.
Oh, okay. Well, then you
Yeah.
might see it around in the States.
Well, that's from Conway, yeah, but that's Ontario for you.
I
That's-
honestly
have
was
friends
a
from
little
around there, so-
concerned that I was gonna have to be like, "Fuck you, Shorzy," to this beer.
It's definitely fun. It was, it's fun for the, it's definitely had for a lark value.
Yes, it
Oh, yeah.
did.
I'm like putting
Hey.
this can on my lip. I'm taking one home.
Larry went through a
Stack
shitload
cans.
of work to
Right,
get this,
yeah.
okay?
Piggies out?
We're like we had to fight like Sunday, buying laws that you. So like, oh, we're traveling. Well, we're gonna be in this city. They have it in
And-
that city.
and what
but
time?
It's too early.
Right.
So we gotta wait till see if the next city has it when like selling time is open.
Yeah, there was some logistics involved in getting this
Oh,
beer.
God, Kansas is like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Depending on where you're
exactly.
at.
So there was more than a little logistics. Calling to make sure they actually had it in stock, even though
Yeah.
they said they had it in stock. I mean, there was logistics involved.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, Lair.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
All right. So hey, this is as much as this is good. We're not actually here to talk about this. What are we here to talk about?
Nah, it's been a few weeks, so let's talk a little bit about what we've been playing. It's been a long.
It has been a long time. Well, it's been a few weeks because we were in Canada.
Yeah.
We were in Ohio.
Yes, we were.
And again, thank you, LL Cool Games. You get us, okay? You absolutely get what we're about.
Yeah.
Why we do what we do. I honestly, she nailed every single, pretty much why we do this shit. So she could not have nailed that better. So thank you for the shout out. We really appreciate that. All right, so hey,
what we've been playing?
yeah, what we've been playing. Who wants to start this mess out?
Okay.
All right.
So I've been in a bit of rut gaming wise. I haven't been playing much, but some of my friends have been jumping back to playing Overwatch too. So I've been going back to
Really?
playing
Okay,
Overwatch
you
again.
are going back a bit there.
Yeah. So I mean, I have a dedicated Overwatch group chat for the guys that I play with, and it's been very hit and miss. Or like they are playing on a day, I'm busy and stuff, so I just really haven't played much. But I had off of work yesterday, and then my buddy Phil doesn't work Mondays, and my friend Brad happened to be homesick, and then my other friend worked all weekend, so he's off today. So we're all playing a bunch of Overwatch yesterday. It was a good time.
Okay, that's awesome.
Oh, who do you mean?
Or
Who do you like to play the most?
Tank, it's Orisa. I like May still, even after the rework forever ago. I like playing as Lucio for support.
All right.
I always like to be in the 80s.
So, who wants to go? That was an easy one. Who wants to go next?
Okay.
You're up.
After beating Shining Forces on my Miu, I have been going between playing God of War, or as I like to call it, Dad of Boy, and Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Because it's on my Miu, and when
Did you ever play that originally?
Huh?
Well, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Tactics Advanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, but both of those were games that I never got to finish because, well,
Life got in the way.
life.
Yeah.
And
They're long.
that's kind of like Shining Force. I played that game when I was a kid, but then school and life and all other things get in the way, and I was like, I actually got time to finish this game, kick everything, and just be like, yes, I have done it. And now I'm playing other games from there, and like, I got what is it? Mega Man BattleNet, and Advanced Wars that I'm wanting to play.
Well, Advance Wars is good.
You played it, right?
Advance
Oh
Wars.
yeah, I played it
Oh.
before
It's a great
and
I
I
love Advanced Wars.
and loved it, but
It's
yet,
so damn cute. Oh.
It's adorable.
but yet I never had the time to be able to actually be like, yes, I get to play this. Because the only time I usually got to play those types of games were on long car trips up to, northern Wisconsin to meet and visit with the grandparents. So therefore, like a 4.5-hour car ride, I'd actually be able to play this. Otherwise, I had, my
He was
consoles
driving,
and
by the
all
way.
that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, why not?
Also going
You
straight.
watched me drive, Rob.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Probably improved.
It probably is.
Yeah, he's less focused.
That's right.
It's good for him. He doesn't get so
I
anxious.
don't stress as much.
Yeah, he's not like yelling at them.
Oh,
Nice.
road rage, man. Today, dude, I just even on my way over here, had
Yeah.
a bad case of road rage going on. Guy literally stops middle of the block. The stop and go line had changed, and I don't know if he thought he was closer. I mean, it was damn near the middle of the block. He like what the? And then he sits there for like 3 minutes. 3 minutes, trying to figure out what he's doing, and I'm going, dude. You're a half a block away. You can get closer, really.
So, I love this. I'm going to be playing it. I'm going to be updating the firmware and dropping Jade Cocoon on here because that's another game from my childhood that I never got to finish.
Nice.
And I play this when the wife is playing Overwatch and yelling at people that they're cunts. That's
I love Overwatch, but they are cunts.
Some 11-year-old boy.
Oh no!
You cunt!
She keeps the mic off because she realizes that she's like, but yet our next door neighbors,
Can hear it.
because it's
Yeah,
warm.
they kept banner for a week.
Because it's warm now. We have the door, the screen window and doors open, and I'm like, sweetie, I was downstairs getting something out of my car, and I could hear you shouting that dude is a cousin fucking cunt, and I'm like, maybe let's try going back to like Harvest Moon and that type of stuff. You were calmer
You
then.
should have some wine and some Harvest Moon.
All right, who wants to go next?
Well, I can go next.
All
All
right.
that cunt talk, you see.
Okay, I meant to say it. That's a really good tie-in. Just wait. So, where were we last weekend?
So at Korg's, I saw this, and it's a perky little thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know anything about it. And I walked past it a couple times, and well, I mean, the cover intrigued me.
You were thinking about it the entire time. And you were looking it up.
The cover
Reviews, you name it.
You know what? Going back to what you talked about, like when you get a Switch game, you just get the little cartridge there, and there's nothing else in there or anything. But this was
You get
obviously
stuff!
thicker. You're getting
No,
stuff.
you are getting stuff with that
Stuff.
one.
You're getting stuff. So
That is
I'm like,
true.
That's kind of
And the price is not
intriguing.
bad
And I'm
either,
like,
so.
well, all right.
So,
And-
wait a minute. How
and-
much did it cost you? I never asked.
$35.
That's not bad at all, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, not for something
Consider how much
so
good.
stuff you're getting.
Not yet.
And did you
know?
say for what system that is for?
This is for the Switch?
Oh, I would have
There's-
thought that would have been for like a
Yeah, no,
Retro
this
system?
is
Yeah.
so, and what comes with it is this little fan art book that we will not
Which we
be
cannot show.
No, we won't be
cannot
showing.
show.
We will
can
get
hand
banned.
it around.
But
and
hand
you
it
can
around,
see-
'cause
Under the table.
Better let me borrow it at my hotel room, though.
And, I actually did not know what this game was about at all. And then, but the
I feel
the
like
gal
you know what it's
selling
about
it
now.
said, it's actually a pretty fun game. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Okay. And so basically what it is a point and click hide and seek game, right? So you're looking for stuff.
Don't show it.
And you want,
No.
by the way, I always forget that Switch is a touchscreen.
Yeah, right?
And I'm like, how the hell's this game start? None of the buttons work. Oh, I just
yeah.
gotta touch the screen.
That's actually the best sign that its interface is working really well.
So, and then once, and of course, the entire scene is a big giant scene of various adult scenes, right? And hidden in those adult scenes are random items you have to find. Once you've found them all, you have to redistribute them out. That's just me.
Wow,
doing nothing.
that was a really nice beep on that one.
And you got to redistribute them out.
Don't show it on camera.
Yeah,
Don't show it on camera.
You got to redistribute them out to who you think would best benefit by those items.
Oh my.
Yeah. It's what's funny though. After a little while, you kind of get focused on like the task, and you start kind of losing a little bit of what you're really looking at. Is like,
I read the articles.
All right, I found the core. No, I found.
Hey,
that.
Jerome!
Hey, Jerome.
So it is actually kind of a fun little game.
It is, okay.
Yeah,
Because I did not have high expectations. I mean,
is.
not that the artwork in the book isn't well done.
It is clearly
What it is.
the dirtiest thing that you can purchase for your Switch, I think.
I'm going to agree with you on that, probably.
I got the underwear collection game.
What?
Yeah, the underwear shooter. And that one's pretty.
Yeah, but there's less
scary.
tentacles in that.
And the booby game. No, you like. No.
Okay,
You spank
there's
them.
just
Well,
as
you can't.
many
Yeah,
tentacles.
yeah. There's
Okay,
some messed
all
up
right.
shit.
Well, it's
Well, that
definitely
reminds me of a
up
song.
there.
It is definitely up there.
Up there in
That
the,
reminds me of a song.
what you could
Do you know
purchase.
what's on that?
So if you want just the simple
Sexual
irony
healing.
Yes.
of
See-
playing a
seeing the-
super dirty game on your Animal Crossing Special Edition Switch.
My daughter picked up your Switch. And she's been hard for life. She's 20. Shut the fuck up.
Not a bad pickup.
As someone who's not religious in any sort of thing, doesn't advocate religion whatsoever, I think about some of these people who make games and obsess over these games, popular games. I'm like, sure.
The only thing that I think might be church related in any sense was the person behind a pulpit.
Well,
Yeah.
All right.
They're
there's
under the
a lot
pulpit.
going on
That's all.
there. But I
Yeah.
do like this Dennis the Menace
Yeah, you
lookalike
think
that's
about what
right
actually
here.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, let's see.
That is
Wow,
nice.
that is
Yeah.
All right, who wants to go next? That is quite the game there, though.
So mine's pretty simple. So after 200 something plus hours on Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, clean the game and say, I'm going to go finish other things. I decided not to. And any game after I finished it. And then we went to Montreal, so I brought my Switch with me, and I had purchased a couple of simple games, and I saw them on the sale. Years ago, the game Limbo came out, and there's another game from that studio, Playdead, that called Inside. It's also another side-scrolling puzzle platformer, and that I realized that's in that style of game I like to play. The game is I was able to beat it in 5-10 hours, but it's obviously the kind of game that
Little
start
kid
playing,
dies a
it's
lot, man.
Yeah,
Little kid dies a lot.
But it's one of those where you get to a certain point, it's easy to put down for the night,
Yeah.
pick up the next day, and same thing. It's just kind of there's not a lot of there's no dialogue. You're just kind of
But it's a
you gotta
story.
figure out what the story is as it goes along, and wow, it really changes as it gets near the end.
Oh,
So
I'm not near the end.
Well, kind
It
of like
probably
that.
won't be till I retire.
What Doki Doki that library one.
Literature
book?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one really takes a twist too.
yeah, this one I
Really,
played
Larry?
this one.
Really, Larry? That one takes a twist? It's not like they have a tag in there that is labeled as psychological horror.
Yeah, I was really having trouble finding it. And then, well, took a twist.
To be honest, going to Walmart is psychological horror.
I had a friend
Yeah, that's true, too.
actually play that game, didn't look at the tags and was like, everyone says this is a scary game. I don't see anything going on here. And I was like, oh, you haven't gotten her yet.
Well, I mean, that
Oh,
is
you
how.
poor,
Well,
ignorant person. Just wait. Like,
You'll get there.
you've played this? I went, it's a psychological horror. I kind of wanted to play it.
But you're like, why? Where is it?
Oh, no. I went in there and went, oh.
Is it like
Oh.
right away or like 10
No,
hours in? Or
it-
no,
it's
it's only
like-
10 hours in.
It's nearing the end of the game.
And then you realize
get
why.
you get little blips of things throughout the game.
Hey, that was weird.
Yeah,
You know, like
Where
the
it's like-
response was like, huh.
yeah, you get little blips
Okay.
of things that are weird and or that are just like, wow, they really went into detail on how this person is abused by their parents.
shouldn't-
Yeah, that
and
seems
stuff that
weird.
shouldn't be like,
All right, Twitch, you're sucking again. I'm stopping
And then
you.
there's-
Thank
Wow.
you. So much
Wow.
Twitch.
wow, this is, and then it's like
Nothing
right
makes
near
sense.
the end of your
It-
first
Their server fucks
playthrough,
up and
and
does
then it
everything
just
again.
kind of goes,
Oh, okay.
hey,
They're garbage.
guess what? Horror.
Yeah, it jumps right at you, and there's really no good ending.
No.
There's really no good. Even the best ending is not. It doesn't. It's
Even what they refer to as the good ending is not a good ending.
yeah.
All right. All right, who's going next? Tell us what you've been playing.
Past.
Am I going to
gonna
regret?
be good.
Am I going to regret this, Dallas? Yes.
Well,
Yes, I am. That was exactly what he just said. All right. What have you been playing, Dallas?
So to preface this just a little bit, everybody has their opinions of what game is relaxing to them, what game is fun, what game do you want to play after a long day. Since I'm not all the way there, my idea is survival games and virtual reality. Now,
Makes sense. You
here's
are the
thing.
virtual reality person.
Yeah, pretty much. At this after so long, it's like I'm play testing and bug testing mods and games and all these. Yeah, there's and doing troubleshooting courtroom, so it's like really no escape. So typically you think of survival games, the common census, and this is why I counter doing curating and doing tech support Brazil mod list for Skyrim VR is everybody comes in, these newbies that come in, so how do I turn off survival cams? I don't like, this hunger, thirst, and sleep meter. This is bullshit. How do I turn it off? Even though it's integral to it.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, yeah.
That must be me.
No, and that's, no, I understand. No, I understand.
Why did I die
Like-
4 times in like 5 minutes?
Yeah, no, I understand. It's like, well, I already have to do this in real life. Why have to do it here? And it's like, I used to feel that way. I used to until I started playing Skyrim VR with the Sunhelm mod, which is hunger, sleep, thirst, and you know what? And you look at it first, and you're like, I don't want to do this, but then you realize it's like, get food everywhere, drink everywhere, plenty of places to sleep, start developing routine, start role playing, pace yourself, not rushing through, you're not trying to just get it done and go. A large open world game that deserves love and care, especially all the mods and curation that went in this particular list. So it's like, quit being a little bitch and do it. And so I told myself, and you know what? I'm like, this is addicting. It's like I can't stop. So I went on branch to other
phone's loud.
survival games.
Is that one?
He's deaf.
My problem with survival games is like you were saying.
This one I got the audio off. Turn the audio off on this.
If
Oh,
you're
wait,
going
so
to
these guys
make
are
the
done, then we'll go
survival
back to it.
game be about where I have to manage my hunger, my thirst, my sleep, all of that type of stuff, make it at least, a little bit easier. I'm not looking for a authentic survival game. If I want that, I'll
Which
go
one
get
is
myself lost into a
Okay,
get
so-
myself
So you
lost
can
in the
play
woods.
Gauntlet?
Huh?
Ah!
Well, hey,
That was
It's a little
the
bit
blue
more,
wizard needs food gladly.
Yes.
Yes. The
So-
warrior is slightly hungry. Oh, wait. Sorry.
Oh, you're done. Okay.
Yeah.
So I get you, okay? I used to feel that way. I really did. Until I got a VR headset. And so it's the ideas of coming to these games and saying, well, okay. My wife asked me about that. I was telling her about this one game I'm playing, and she's like, I described to her and all the things you have to do to survive and things like that, and she's like, why are you playing these things? What's so fun about it? And I'm like, I remember watching the kids play Minecraft, and she's like, yeah. Think about that, but with testicles. It's like, oh, and it's like, okay. So I'm not gonna mention every damn VR survival game. There's quite a few, but two that I can mention off the Forest. You've all heard of the Forest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the idea of, okay, like one of the ultimate horror games, like survival horror games, because
Eat people.
yeah, it's a lot more that. It's like, okay, so you crash into an island, you know, you lost your little boy, you don't know where he is, everybody's dead, you're the only one, and so let's look at the odds here. So you're on a desert, like, you're allegedly a survival expert, I guess this character is, doesn't really matter, because none of us are, and, you know, doesn't matter, you're in an unfamiliar place. This is terrifying, nobody's around, I don't know where I am. I have to work with what I have, and me, myself, and I, and that's it. And on top of that, mutants and cannibals. It's one thing playing on flat screen, but actually being in VR, having them right in front of you, it's traumatizing. Right? And it's like, well, on top of that, I have to worry about how am I going to eat, where am I going to sleep, how am I going to water and stuff like that. However, this is where the fun comes in. How good can I get at these techniques? How long can I survive? Can I survive? Can I thrive? Can I go from, you know, being nearly dead in a day to building a fortress, you know, and colonizing this place and actually showing these fuckers who actually runs shit? You know, based on my two goddamn hands. Similar concept to Green Hell. This is one of the most immersive, realistic, hardcore survival games available, now ported to VR. On Quest as well, you know, with multiplayer comes soon. That idea, and that is based, this whole game is like, you're lost in the Amazon basin, fuck you and good luck. What are you gonna do? That's the whole concept of it, especially with the survival component of it. It's all based on research done by anthropologists, survival experts, psychologists, and everything else to make it as realistic possible. With a little gamification, because it's a game, you know, right? But it gets immersed to the point where it's like I'm sharpening sticks, rocks to make spears. I'm knocking flints together to get my fire going. Can I find clean food to roast? You know, it's like I can't just drink the water out of the stream. I can get parasites and die. I can't just walk, you know, through the stream. You know, walk through some stream. I'm covered in leeches. You know, I can't just walk 5 feet. Something's bitten me. Something stung me, and I'm in a fever, and I have to take care of it. Everything I need is around me. I'm in a literal grocery store. However, am I smart enough and patient enough, and am I willing to experiment to actually survive and thrive? The PC version, I have survived about 2 months so far in game, and have progressed to the point where I'm building like basically a mansion in the jungle. A fortress, and now those natives, you know, this warlike, you know, natives living in the basin that want to intimidate me, fuck me up, are now scared of me because I own the place. And that's kind of the thrill that comes from it. It's like, yes, it's like you're giving me you gave me the worst scenario possible. I've been thrown to the wolves, and I'm walking out with a pack. And that's kind of been the thrill that I'm getting. I never got it. And then I start playing these games, and like I fucking get it. Like I understand why people actually play these games. It's all thanks to actually being immersed truly in a virtual thing. And even thanks to that, you know, something like Green Hell, you know, I'm actually starting to learn basic survival skills and what I need to do in that, you know, in that scenario, because you know you never know what's going to happen, and so you know it's stimulating my mind. It's teaching me things. It's giving me some exercise and things like that. And it's very engaging. And it's not something like a lot of games, which is understandable that you want to rush through. And maybe you just want to play casually even. And it's like a hobby in a sort of way. And it's like, so whenever we have newbies coming to this mod list server Skyrim saying, how do I turn this off? I pretty much bluntly tell them, it's like, you know what, if I get a little money, the next person that says that, I'm going to buy them, VR, and I'm telling them, well, you know what, you're not going to get any support for this list any further until you actually play this and survive a certain time. Then you can, ask for some anyway and help. Or just, or just play another damn game. It's like, yeah, it's part of the immersion experience, and it's like, you don't get it until you actually do it. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, this is integral. This is actual role play.
That's it. It's an actual RPG, not this. I'm just wandering through and
Yeah, because like something like Skyrim is like, after they started adding survival cameras before that, it's like a lot of these old boomers, all the people play Morrowind and stuff like that. It's like, this ain't an RPG. There's no role playing in it. It's like you can do whatever you want, become whatever you want, do everything. It's like, no, you need to actually feel a little fear and a little caution and realize what you're actually capable of, and stick with that, and not only survive with it, thrive in it. Become an expert in it, and become a god in it. And it's like, and then find out, hey, I can actually dominate this with the limited tools I have.
Permadeath is a wonderful thing for doing that.
Yeah, especially with Iron Man mode, which is very common in these survival games. All these survival games have Iron Man modes. It's like, keep playing, you're dead.
You're dead.
You're dead. It's like, who's the real boss here? Whoever survives the longest. And so far, with what I've been doing on the hardcore mechanics in VR, it's like, 2 months of in-game time in, and it's like, it's like everybody, all these natives around. It's like, I figure out like livestock husbandry, how to cultivate food, not just find where I can. Because at the beginning, you're like trying to find where we can, because it's like, it's not just food and hunger, water, it's macro elements. You have to manage like fats, proteins, lipids, carbs, like hydration, everything else. And it's like, you have to experiment,
Not just say, hey, I'm fine. I actually have to have the right kind of food.
Exactly. It's like, like there's that mushroom. If I eat it, it's going to kill me. However, if I figure out how to, to build a fire, boil some water, and put that mushroom in there, I got some mushroom soup, and it's actually good carbohydrates. I get to live for another freaking day because I was smart enough to do that.
Okay.
So it's like,
one more time. Name the game out.
The one I'm going to know that's the most contemporary one, the most realistic one is Green Hell. It's been on a flat screen game on PC for a while. It's been a thing, but it's only been a couple of years they released the VR version.
And the VR version solid?
My opinion. There's a lot of people who are complaining because they want multiplayer, but all the people in the Discord who are bitching about multiplayer are awful people. I would never play this game with them. They're the types who are going to be like, help me. I don't know how to do this. Do this for me. Do it now.
So there you go. Green Hell?
Yeah.
You can leave it single player. It's fine that way.
Yeah, it is. It is. It absolutely is. In the VR, it's like, I think it's like,
needed.
Yeah, I think it's like $30 on the Quest store.
That's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
I did the computer, the forest on a friend's computer for a while.
Yeah.
And my favorite part, I didn't survive for terribly long. I survived, I think, in that game for about 3 weeks. But my favorite part about it was one of the cannibals tried to come up and kill me. I killed it. A couple more cannibals came over, and I ate their buddy in front of them as they were just like, we're going to kill you. And I'm like, I'm eating your buddy's leg.
It's terrifying. Imagine in VR. Like in VR, it's like I've survived about 2 in-game months in that so far, and have a nice fortress that's fully solidified, and I'm armed to the teeth at this point with things I found with my bare hands.
You want to fuck with me? I'll eat you.
It's kind of like that. It gets to that point, and you do get to that point in that game where it's like it's terrifying at first. However, you eventually you have your weaponry, you carve your spears wherever you can find your hands. Mm-hmm. A dozen approach you, you fuck up maybe 1 or 2, you start like going ham on them, and they become terrified and run away. And it's like, and then they start coming back with more enforcements, till eventually mutants and these things that might as well come from hell. These things that are just like masses of flesh and bones that are just coming for you like an army. It almost comes like a you get this, the tower defense, the base defense, that sort of thing.
That's what I got killed by. I got killed by this big round thing with a lot of arms.
Yeah, it gets worse. It gets worse. What you encounter is a teddy bear compared to what you encountered towards the end of the game. But yeah,
okay.
That's
I just was playing it, and he was like, you got to play this. And I was like, I don't like these games. No, you got to try it. Like, okay, fine, fuck around. And I apparently taught them fuck around and found out, and then they went, okay, now you're gonna learn this lesson that you taught us.
Yeah, yeah, and so that's why I suggest it's like the VR force is not 100% there. You know, it's still janky. They say it's in beta, even though the game's done and they've been on sequel and all that. But it's one of my favorites when it comes to it.
All right, well, what have you guys been playing?
All right. Rob,
You wanna go?
Now you go.
Alright.
I haven't been playing anything, so I'm boring. I'll tell you what I've been up to, but not
Been
what
playing
I've been
Dexter
You'll
Neo
find something.
on my PSP.
What?
Dexter.
Neo.
Okay,
Dexter
so
Neo. So Dexter's like a 80s game that
Yeah.
was you're a mech that can, you're a transformer actually. Yeah, let's use transformer. You're a transformer, you can fly around, kill stuff. A really excellent version of it was made for the PSP called Dexter Neo, and it is awesome. But I've been playing it on my little PSP
That
here. By the way, here.
so talk about talk about your little PSP.
Yeah, I got
here.
this
So
guy,
for those
Mark's
of you
got
who are more familiar with the PSP I use, it's the regular PSP. He got the PSP.
Go.
Right.
Which is portable, and you
That
basically
is-
to live with it now, you have to hack it. There's no choices.
Yeah.
Because
The store's
you're not
gone.
gonna get anything on the store. Yeah, so you gotta basically
Right, because
hack
it doesn't have the mini
It's an
CD
easy
player.
hack,
It
though.
does not have the mini CD player in it.
It's a couple files. It's
Right.
really easy to do.
Pretty cool.
This one was utterly effed up. But look at the screen now.
Wow. No, so
it was
so
badly
he bought it
scratched.
in box and it was sealed in box. But
wasn't
it wasn't
sealed.
new sealed in
Right.
box.
Yeah, it was in a box. I looked at it, knew it was a little bit messed up, but it was
Under
fully
closer examination.
Yeah, under less drunk examination, it was
Okay.
utterly screwed up.
That could be too.
So this screen has actually lost its protective layer, but if you look,
It
there's
looks
no
good,
scratches
though. It
anymore.
looks good. You
The
got-
scratches
you
are
got
out. The back sadly lost its PlayStation logo.
No,
You
it
have to
did.
get-
When you
but
bought
it looks really good. Yeah, I had to
No.
polish it pretty heavily.
That was,
The
considering how
top,
it was.
the top, I literally sanded it like a car. Yeah, I use clear coat sand.
Yeah,
And I had to go through all the
Different,
layers. Yeah. To get it to this
Grit,
point.
Grit 2000, 1000.
But I've always wanted one of these.
They're cute as a
The
button.
PSP and the PSP Golden. Yeah, pretty sweet. I had to clean up a bunch of the guts too. It was, the shoulder buttons barely worked. Or didn't work at all. But I cleaned them. They were fine.
Yeah, those made great phones.
Reseated
in
them a
the
little bit.
90s. Oh wait, no, those
No,
were
that was
phones.
the
Those were
Ericsson.
actually phones that did that.
That was the Ericsson.
No, that was
The
the,
Ericsson.
I'm just
Ericsson.
saying,
that was
I'm making the
the,
general
that
joke
was the
about
Yankee.
the
the N-Gage. Thank you.
Yeah,
flip
engaged.
phone,
No,
one
no,
that
but
Travis
there was
had
a
on
PlayStation
phones.
phone.
Oh.
Ericsson made it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
And it looked
It was to compete
A lot
with that
like this.
Engage.
Instead
They
of
knew
like
where the market was
joysticks,
going.
so most of the phones had a keypad with letters and
which is
stuff.
just wrong.
I do like the form factor on
Oh
that.
yeah, the like sidekick or whatnot.
N-Gage.
Pretty
Side
common.
Taco talking.
Side talking.
Taco talking.
Are they pretty
So-
common to find in the wild?
They're fairly. I mean, they're not They're not like uncommon really, but they're getting harder to get at a decent price or in decent shape. Most of them are pretty.
So in a way, was this kind of like one of the first digital only kind of
Yeah. It
devices?
was one of the earliest. It was one of the earlier ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
It
think of
doesn't
anything-
take
I
art.
can't think of anything
Doesn't take
before it.
cartridges. Won't take.
I can't think of anything before it. I think this is the first digital only content.
Because the PSP is like, well, now you just take
Storage
the
is
disc
pretty-
out and
Storage is kind of limited on them. You can actually get a mod where you can
like,
put a little ribbon in here
oh,
and mount on a micro SD. Yeah,
Oh,
card in
okay.
it.
is that their
Inside.
own proprietary storage again?
Of course it is. It's place.
Sony.
You're an asshole. But anyway, God of War on there, huh?
Yeah.
Little God of War.
Nice.
God of
Before
War
you had a
there.
boy. Got it.
Before he had a boy. Before he was God of Boy.
Before it was Son of Boy.
I got the only PlayStation game that I really played, Jumpin' Flash.
Yeah. I'll have to look up that
So I'm
Dexter
pretty
one
happy.
though,
Yeah, Dexter Neo.
because I played a lot. Was that on 64 or Amiga?
It was on everything. I played
Well,
it
it
on
was
the,
also
the
on the
Apple
Apple.
II GS. Yep.
Yeah.
I played it. I think it was on the 64, wasn't it?
I don't remember it on the 60.
Because was it you?
It was definitely
Was
on the
it
Amiga.
was it a robot plane and a
Yeah,
thing?
it was a robot in a plane.
Just a robot.
You just do
plane.
the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's by Squeenix, which is another weird thing about that. Anyway, yeah, I've got actually another PlayStation Portal, another
Wait,
PSP.
you got another?
In parts, basically laying around. Well, I thought at first the screens are actually hard to get but inexpensive for this. So I did buy actually a decent screen for it for 20 because I was really concerned that the screen wouldn't
That
come out.
bad, yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. If you saw,
I saw the
it
pictures.
was
It was
really
that
bad.
bad.
But it's
You did a
it's
great
fine
job.
now.
It's amazing
I'm
how well that
I'm
came
not gonna
out.
bother. But because I'd rather have the original screen. But yeah, that's pretty bad. The shoulder buttons I bought some replacements for just to give them 100%. I can play Loco Roco on it now without any problems. It started getting better as I cleaned it.
Yeah.
I pulled out the connectors and cleaned them up and put them back in. It was better. I got a spare battery for it, but come to find out that also was dirty. The battery
Just bad
connector, so
contacts.
I cleaned that up and got it. But yeah, I mean, I like this thing a lot. It's kind of addictive to just sit there and screw around with it.
Nice.
You know?
It's a great alarm clock.
I got one of the best alarm clocks I've ever
But
owned.
can you watch Netflix on it?
Again, I love the format.
I don't know. So I've never tried to. I don't know if it's got a.
So are
movie.
you loading
can
everything
watch
with cable or
movies,
Wi-Fi?
No, I do everything. I just you can hook it up and it just shows up as.
It does. Okay, so
so I just
you're
drop it on
you're just
there.
dropping it on.
Yeah, in fact, I did an upgrade.
Wi-Fi's a touch slow.
It had been modded like with an ancient mod that it had problems running like PlayStation games. So I had to do a new mod on it, but that was super easy too. I mean, honestly, it was just super easy to do.
You've got me interested to get my PSP out and my Vita because like both of them are not
The Vita.
anywhere near.
I
like a
love
newer-
the Vita.
Like a newer,
I love my Vita, but after all the struggle
Yeah,
of trying to
you
do
know.
the retro work on the Vita, I just love this thing so much
Stupid
more.
simple. There's a lot to be said for stupid simple.
Your
okay?
chances of killing a Vita by modding it are really, really super low. I mean, probably one of the lowest, except for these,
Which you
where
can't
there's
kill at
no
all.
chance.
Right, you're not
that
gonna
you
kill.
can kill it. So I take the no chance. But it's only because I really like. Even this hack, you can't really tell it's hacked. You'd have to really go through it to know that I hacked.
Right.
I don't really like things very far from the stock. I
See,
want it to look original.
Best investment of the
which-
year, I feel. Best investment of the year that
Yeah,
I've made.
and these I go the other way with. I want it as wild and jacked up. Everything I can jack up on it, I'm gonna put
I'm
it
gonna
in
jack
back
that
up.
shit up.
I want
Sauce
around.
pipes coming out of it.
I do. I want a lighting kit. I want things dancing across the screen, even when I'm playing a game. I don't care. Yeah. I want it to play music on the menu. That's what I want to do.
That's it. That's
Nope.
it. All right. So, hey, Rob, what do we got coming up? Anything? No, we don't, Rob.
Nope.
Up for a while.
No, we got a little break, guys.
Take a break. Which
Next,
is gonna,
next
so we're
week-
gonna have a normal episode.
Yeah, next
Should be
next
nice.
event for us is Mech Day. That's not till July, so we got a little time.
Oh,
I know. Looking forward to
Mech
that.
Day action.
Looking forward to that.
Mm,
I'm trying to find some weird mech flick. I actually want to do a foreign mech flick. I don't think we've never done a foreign mech flick at Mech Day.
Foreign mech clip before?
Yeah.
Thought we did.
Did we? I don't remember doing a foreign.
I think we
Wasn't
did
the like
one
Indian
year.
one kind of India?
Oh, I guess that was a foreign.
But it was
mech. Never
a little
mind.
bit-
You're right.
But that was
Yeah, that
I forget what that was.
But we did that for Mech Day. We did actually do that.
or
one
was
for-
it?
Is that the one where they're dressed up in
international?
boxes?
No, that's the one where the guy's a robot. No, wait, that was maybe just a regular movie night.
Was it just? Yeah, now that might be right.
No, we should do like what was that one flying robot? What was it? What was
Johnny
the
Sacco?
Nah, the one with was that
Johnny Sacco.
the one with the three
Johnny
robots?
Sacco is amazing
No,
robot, yeah.
the one with the three robots that would transform into people. It was really, like,
Also, take
with
advantage-
Goldar, Silvar,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
can't remember
Yeah,
the
I
other
can't
one.
remember the name of
We
the
should
name.
just do a marathon.
Well, you know,
It
what
was
I was
horrible.
thinking, you know what I
I
was
loved
thinking
it.
about
Yeah,
today?
I would.
Do you know what robot movie you probably need to play? Johnny 5.
I haven't played that one.
That's not a giant robot.
No, it's not a giant robot, but it is a robot.
I
And
want a
hey,
giant robot. I want a giant robot.
Well, and we
Alright.
weren't even doing robots necessarily. It was mech piloting.
Yeah.
Alright.
You
You
know.
want something easy to get, something that's actually free.
Yeah.
Shout Factory, Shout Studios. I don't know if you ever heard them, but
No.
they're a streaming service that's been around for a bit. But they're all about free. For
I
the
love
most part.
that.
They have a YouTube channel. It's one of the only ones I'm watching on YouTube right now, where they play all these shows from like all the 60s all the way up to like the mid 2000s of like really
Shout Studios.
Yeah, cult fun cult shows, like mostly sci-fi and adventure and action, like
Nice.
all the Gary Anderson series, like Thunderbirds and all that.
I like that.
They're replaying for 30th anniversary.
Space
They're
Guy.
playing an entire
Space Giants.
Yeah, they're playing the reboot reboot anime series on stream just to binge all their
Okay.
shows. It's all to binge the entire series of all these shows.
Yeah.
Alf in every single language you can imagine. Sentai. So all the Sentai. That's what I'm trying to get at. So like
sad.
Ultraman and Sentai.
It's a hard game.
Like all those shows from
Nice.
like even up to like the more contemporary ones. Yeah, all those like streaming. So like the original Japanese Power Rangers and Ultraman and
All right.
and all that
So
shit.
we'll be doing something for during Mac Day. We'll probably do a live episode. We've got people coming in now. So not only are our Southern friends
Space
coming
Giants.
up, Space Giants. We've got some New Yorkers coming in for this one. as Mech Day keeps growing and getting bigger. So yeah. So last year was like the last 2 years. It's been the guys from down south, South Carolina, and I forget where the other guy's from. And now they asked, well, our friends in New York were like, yeah, sure, no problem. If he wants to come, he's more than welcome to. So yeah.
Let's get some Canadians.
So we'll do some we'll do some
Well,
live
they just had the
broadcasting.
French land party, the French Steel Battalion land party.
We did, yeah.
Mhm.
In France, they actually just had a big one. So yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So hey, so that's coming up. Otherwise, we'll just be doing some regular shows. A little downtime for us until August, and then August rolls around, and holy shit, we're all over the place.
Yeah. Gonna be something.
All
Gonna
right.
be something.
Take us out, Rob.
All right, I want to thank you all very much for watching Guys, Games, and Beer. This is every episode is brought to you by Lionheart Racing. All the joys of racing without the rubber hot dogs. Unless I guess you really want one in your face like Larry does. He
Hey,
likes to chew them. He likes to chew them. That's true. It's like a
That's
gazelle leg. Ah! Anyway, you can check them out if you go to www.guysgamesandbeer.net. Take a look on the right-hand side. You'll see that big old 77 logo. Click through and check out our friends. Also, watch some porn. No,
Also, pick up a copy of Perky Little Things for your Switch.
I kind of want it
What the
now.
fuck?
With the artwork.
No, I saw the book. I saw the book. The book was. I didn't see the cover sleeve.
Let me see.
Bring it here.
Right here.
Oh!
Oh!
You can check us out at YouTube, www.youtube.com/guysgamesandbeer, and of course, Facebook, www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer. Check out the Guys, Games, and Beer support group on there. You can get the dankest memes by our master of memeology, who's in today,
Yeah!
Dallas.
There's been the last few times where I shared a meme for the day and it's not addressed, so I haven't been sharing them. But if you want to know about the world of memeology and dank meme shit posting, it's become so extreme that now these shit posting pages are sharing like old Nancy comics and Archie comics just as how they are, not edited. Just how they are. And all these kids are like, oh my god, this is the funniest fucking shit ever.
This is so offensive.
Yeah, not even
Oh,
that.
okay.
There's like the humor and shit like that that's used in the cleverness and the writing. They're like, this is base. This is supreme shit posting. It's like we've come in a circle now. We've been going all the way like almost around 100 years. It's like it's gotten that sick.
Family circus.
All right.
Yeah.
Later, all.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.